You're listening to the Last Man In podcast. Covering Winnipeg hockey and the NHL.
Scheifele dances his way in. Scheifele scores! Blake Wheeler finds the far corner. And the Winnipeg Jets win it in overtime. Woo, woo, woo.
Guys, it's here. Back again. Hockey.
Another season. Good. No more speculation.
Disappointment is on its way.
You know
For
what
all three of us.
No, wait. Disappointment, but optimism. All of us, each of our teams, have more than one rookie on it. More than one.
What team does Cam cheer for?
This year I think he's going with is it the Philadelphia Flyers this year or is it New York Rangers?
Carolina Hurricanes.
Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina.
Yeah, I'm going to see the home opener for the Jets, but I'm cheering for Carolina.
Elias Lindholm is a very good player.
He is.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah. A friend of mine
Noah Hannafin
texted me the other day. He's like, I know I'm really pulling your arm here, but what are you doing Thursday? And I'm like, I don't know why. What am I doing Thursday? If you want to go see the Jets game, I was like, who are they playing? He said Carolina. I was like, I was like, he twists my arm. I guess so. I guess I'll go.
It's home opener.
Real tough to go to home opener, right?
No, yeah, that was seriously. If it wasn't a home opener, I still would have said yes, but I would have taken longer to reply.
Yeah. You're just like, I just don't know.
Yeah, no, you guys,
just don't know.
Somebody call 911, because Provorov is wearing 9 and Cagney's number 11. Somebody call 911, Flyers going to the playoffs, oh baby.
You sang within, 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting on this all day.
I feel like you
the
rehearsed that.
Oh, boy.
The moment they announced that they were wearing 9 and 11, I was like, oh yeah. That's a hashtag, call 911. The moment they connect, like, somebody call 911.
It's clever, I'll give you that.
I feel like Cam should do the Arizona Coyotes taglines.
Oh, yeah?
You
He
should
would
be
be
their
very good at them.
in-game PA announcer.
That'd be great.
Dude, that'd be sweet. Or like the in-game host. Hey, we're here with a whole lot of fan. Yeah, one. There's one here.
Yep.
Welcome to Halloween. Halloween. No, that wasn't funny. Damn it.
You could have a personal conversation with him.
So,
Or her.
yeah,
Any fan? Really? A fan?
it's actually a parent who just dropped off their kid because a Coyotes game was cheaper than a babysitter.
No, they needed parking. And they were just outside the building to try and find out where to pay.
Why is there no one here?
Why do they have a sleeping machine? What the...
So lots to talk about other than the Arizona Coyotes. By the way, they're also brought in some young guys to that team as
Jacob Chitrin?
well. Dylan
Pitch.
Strome
Oh, really? He made the team?
and fucking Lawson Krause.
And
all
Lawson.
there.
So everyone should.
Wait,
This
give it
year,
away.
everyone's like, you know what? Youth movement time. Kids are coming in. Seniors,
It's real. It's
clear
real.
up your
Go fuck yourselves.
No,
Every
clear up
team,
your computer room. You're having a kiddie come aboard, okay?
every team,
Lawson, you're with Oliver.
every team except
It's real.
for Vancouver. They didn't get the memo that you're supposed to go.
Detroit?
Or Detroit.
Martin Frick, whatever. How you say
And Pulkkinen.
No, and Timo Pulkkinen.
Pulkkinen, that's his name.
Waivers. Martin Frick got...
Claimed by
You guys
Carolina.
are just giving everything away.
Carolina. Claimed Martin Frick.
Just saying.
And who... Did someone claim Pulkkinen?
Yeah,
Minnesota.
Why? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't they?
What do you mean?
No,
Detroit?
but why did Detroit send him through waivers?
Because they
got no
picked
room.
Steve Ott and Drew Miller over those two guys.
What a fucking
Thomas
mess.
Vanek needs a roster spot.
They gotta
What a
make the
mess.
playoffs, guys.
What a mess.
Frank
God, you
Nielsen
guys, if
needs to make his $6 million
If
plus.
there is any year that I'm
And-
actually... I say this every year, but this year I might be a lot closer to the norm. Detroit ain't making playoffs.
No,
this
they're
year.
not.
No?
And
For
same
the
with Boston.
26th year in a row.
Boston will not be in
Detroit's missing
playoffs
the play.
either.
But
They look
Boston's
horrendous.
missed the last 2 years anyways.
Yeah.
All right, we
They're
gotta
on the
get... What's the
downswing.
structure here? Sorry.
Okay,
There is
so-
no structure. You guys just
We just
ruined
said
the,
everything.
Welcome back
You
to
just set the charges off.
Welcome back to Last Man In episode 114.
Yeah.
Dan, Cam, and Greg are back here. And this is a 2016 season preview for what's going to be, hopefully, a season of optimism around the NHL. So we're going to start with what happened with the Jets recently, their roster moves as well as how their team is going to shape up come day one. which is Thursday. And we'll also talk about, obviously, who we think is going to be in the Stanley Cup final, as well as the Eastern and Western Conference finals, who's going to win those.
It's prediction time.
And we're going to make our bold prediction for the East and the West. Last year, I was correct with saying Dallas would win the Central Division. And just like to pat myself on the back.
Right on.
Hey!
Good man.
Pat myself on the back for that one. We're also going to talk about recent signings and kind of just, how the best player in the world is injured again with head injury. So
Again.
We'll talk about that later.
Again.
So let's first get into it. Jets, yesterday we woke... Guys, it was a Monday and there was news. It's like they knew that we were doing this today. And they're like, here you go.
They wanted people to
Finally.
be thankful.
So this is why
On
I like hockey
Thanksgiving.
season.
Yeah. Or Columbus
This
Day.
is why I like hockey season. There's news on a Monday, so we can talk about it on a Tuesday.
If you're a Winnipeg sports fan, yesterday was pretty much your best day ever.
Depending...
Best day in a while.
Because a certain someone is no longer playing for the Jets, and a certain football team made playoffs.
Yeah, that too.
So,
You're right. The Greenville Falcons, Pee-wee
you're
team,
correct.
clinched their division.
It's actually called the Mighty Crunchers or something, I'm sure. It's like
Oh,
Crunchers
really?
Division. Yeah, it's,
They can't use like mean words.
No.
They're like, no,
Yeah.
you're the Mighty Crunchers, guys. That's not what Coach said in practice. Shut up.
They can't call them the
Kenny.
little thugs anymore.
Folks.
so after a long, grueling month of training camp, we devised who would be in this team's bottom six, and you know what? Yesterday it finally came out who was going to be there, obviously minus Drew Stafford and Sean Mathias, who are both on injured reserve.
But they both
right now.
could play Thursday.
They both could play Thursday. So there could be
Likely
another
to play.
move, and this could be out of date come Thursday. So who are the 8 players that were sent down? Okay,
Off
let's
top of my
start.
head, the big one.
Andrew Cup,
Yeah.
Anthony Peluso. Andrew Cup's a big one. Let's be
Wait,
honest here.
Peluso got sent to the A?
Yes.
Not claimed either.
Chase
Nope.
DeLeo,
Yep.
Okay, no surprise.
Melchiori,
Melchiori,
Straight,
Straight,
Patan,
Patan,
DeLeo.
Dano,
already said DeLeo,
Dano.
Dano, and Andre
Mr.
Pavlik.
Pavlik.
Andre Pavlik.
You know what? All last week, all I heard on radio, on everything, was that, well, the two best goalies the Jets, the two goalies that give the Jets the best chance to win are Hellebuck and Hutch. But there's no way in hell they're going to send Pavlik down, even though that's what they should do. That's what all the sports people said.
And today at noon, it was cleared that, or it was clarified that Pavlik did clear waivers, so he reported to the Moose today and was part of their media day along with practices.
But then Saturday came around when he was supposed to start the last preseason game, and for some reason he was announced as the backup goalie earlier in the day. And that's when all the rumors started flying that
Yeah, because he played one game and started
Hutchinson.
one game in 6 months.
he was either going to be traded or put on waivers, and I think they probably tried to trade him. But
There's just no,
They have to
nothing
wait.
out
They
there.
gotta wait.
nothing.
Nothing.
Whoa, oh God. Who was that? I shouldn't even said it. There's a player who got put on waivers, and he's like a young kid. I shouldn't have said it. I'm gonna try and find it. Hold on, I'll find the tweet. You guys
Who does he
go.
play for?
I have no idea. Jeff Merrick tweeted about it.
This
I'll
is the
find
guy
it.
that is it.
Because Connor Brown is at risk right now of going on waivers, I believe, which is... whew.
But the Leafs, the Leafs grabbed.
They grabbed some guy from Boston.
Seth
I can't
Griffith.
think. Yes, Seth Griffith.
He could be.
He could be good.
That was surprising.
Wait, who got Seth Griffiths?
Toronto,
Toronto.
Boston. put
Dude,
him
what
on
the hell?
waivers.
He had one of like the best AHL seasons for a 22-year-old ever.
Yeah, but it's Boston.
What is
Don
happening
Sweeney.
to the
It's Don
AHL?
Sweeney.
No, but like Seth Griffiths, Teemu Pokinen, and Martin Firk were like top 10 in scoring, like all
Yeah.
three of them.
I know.
Oh my God.
And the other 7 were all Toronto Marlies. I'm obviously joking. So what does the Pavlik send down really mean to this team? Is it new chapter time? They've given up on Pavlik, and now it's Hutchinson and Hellebuck's team.
They tried moving him. No one takes it right now. There's no takers. They're going with what everyone, not us, but everyone knows is the best option. If you want to win and move forward and advance, now's the time. Hutch and Hellebuck don't need any more time in the A. Carmen could use more time in the A. Like, I'm not saying he's a terrible goalie, but not going to hurt him. It's playing full-time AHL minutes, or, well, backup now, I guess. I don't know, maybe. Either way, is better
He's
than
21,
riding,
22?
eating popcorn up in the stands.
I think Eric Comrie is 22.
He's 21, isn't he?
21 or 22.
He's
Either
21
way.
because last year was his first.
Either way. He's going to be able to play behind a veteran NHL goalie, gain some, well-needed experience just from even how to handle himself and and also just some experience about Winnipeg, because Comrie's only been here for a year. Pavlik's been here for 5, so there's just a few things that I'm sure
Conway
he'll
is
learn.
the best, visually, the best interview you can have. Have you ever seen him do an interview?
No.
His eyes and mouth, they just like get huge. He's so animated. It's awesome.
Call me crazy, though.
Go.
I still think he's going to be the starting goalie for the Moose. I think
Conway?
Pavlik's going to be the mentor backup.
Pavlik got offered a conditioning stint with the Moose last year when he was third string and he declined it. And so he kept writing he'd rather sit in the box. So I'm pretty shocked that or not pretty shocked, but surprised.
They've
and
made
he
it
actually reported.
They've made it clear that they've moved on from him. So, I mean,
He's still getting paid the money he's
getting paid. I don't think they're going to sacrifice Comrie's development so he can play 70 games, 60 games.
The other thing, too, is
They might split, but I think Comrie's still going to get the majority of games.
You got to think at some point one of these two goalies is going to get hurt. Or there's going to be another goalie that gets hurt out there. But you also got to think there's other goalies in the league that can take over. You know, there's Jonathan Bernier who's going to be sitting in Anaheim. There's Jimmy Howard who's in Detroit. James Reimer who's in Florida. There's guys on the ready. And even, Ben Bishop and Marc-Andre Fleury, who are both starters going into the start of the season, that could be available if, let's say, a team starter goes down. So Pavlik isn't the only guy available. He could be the cheapest of the options, because I think you would get a lot or have to give up a lot to get Ben Bishop. But what happens if Lundqvist comes down? They're not going to run, or goes down. They're not going to run Antti Raanta all season in New York. If Corey Crawford goes down in Chicago, they're not going to run Scott Darling all year, I believe, who's their backup. Yeah. And you could say it about a lot of teams, unless you're Dallas, and then you'll just go to your other backup who makes $5 million.
And that goalie I was talking about is Scott Wedgwood.
Scott Wedgwood.
Jersey Devils put him on waivers and no one claimed him. He cleared.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's shocking.
He's a pretty good prospect. Well, he's above average That's like Seth really? I did not know this.
Yes, and
holy piss. So he's in the lineup, right, for the Leafs. Like, I'd put him in right now. Third line. Why wouldn't you? He's so good.
Well, now they have they're handcuffed now, but they
have. Why wouldn't you? Oh, sorry.
Well, they have 25 guys in camp as of right now. They haven't made. I guess they probably made decisions as of now on who they sent down. But Toronto, the way it was looking was, they were going to run a lot of youth through that lineup, and Seth Griffiths is just one of those guys that might be on the team, might not be. Well, I don't see them picking him off. It was the same situation as Frankie Corrado last year. They picked Frank Corrado off waivers from Vancouver, I believe, and they were worried about sending him down all year, so he kind of sat in the press box a lot. So that might be the same situation with Griffiths, is they just don't want to send him down. But they also have the ability to send Marner down. Unfortunately, he would have to go to junior. Nylander down. Matthews down without having to go through waivers, and I believe Zach Hyman's also part of that.
And who did they send through waivers? Cut.
Brooks Lake.
And wasn't there Colin Greening too?
Colin Greening.
Whoa.
Byron Fraze was part of that too.
We were talking about how Brooks could have wore a letter this year.
Yeah.
And now he's...
I think part of it was contract, and two, it's the youth movement that we've talked about. But before we move on other teams, let's focus on the Jets just for even a half second here while Dan gives us his undivided attention for a little bit.
I'm paying attention.
You're not. You're doing a draft
on the side.
Hold on, wait.
You're doing
quick question.
Guys,
who went number 1 in your draft?
Bad thing just happened. I had Hampus Lindholm ready to go, and I started listening to you guys, and I looked, and it was like, oh, it's my pick, and I clicked next. And I got James Van Riemsdyk because Lindholm got
No!
Yeah.
That's nothing wrong with Van Riemsdyk.
So now I'm stuck with that SOB.
Yeah.
He's playing top line minutes on a great team.
No, he's not.
Is he actually?
We all know who the top line is in Toronto. Speaking of, we got to stay on the Jets.
Exactly.
Let's finish the Jet.
Yes.
Dan,
yes.
What do you think the Jets lineup is going to be?
I told you
Same
last
thing
week
as
what it was
last
going to
week?
be, and I was right.
Actually, pretty much. I think everything.
Wheeler, Scheifele, Wheeler, Laine, Little, Armia, Connor, Perot, Stafford.
What the hell?
So Stafford's hurt right now.
Back that ass up.
That's what I said last week.
Say the second line again.
Laine, Little, Armia. That's what I said That's what I said last week, and that's what it's going to be. That's what it was in practice.
They like Laine with Armia, but
why?
Why not have three good lines instead of 2 good lines?
Okay.
Three solid instead of 2.
Well, you have a good duo with Little and Laine. I'm not sure about that other guy.
You asked Johnny Oduya how good Joel Armia is.
He's great. Why am I asking him?
Because he made him look stupid last year.
Yeah, one play. And if any, Johnny Oduya is the most hated defenseman in Winnipeg, so it would only make sense. It's a perfect storm, really.
Anyways, and then fourth line, to me, it's Matthias, Lowry, and Tanev if Matthias is healthy.
Okay.
And so both right now, both Stafford and Matthias are out of lineup. So Burmy slots in there, and who's the other guy? Thorburn.
But I honestly think Thorburns the extra forward, and it's hard for me to say. I think Thorburns the extra forward, and I think Burmy gets put on waivers.
And defense is exactly what we thought it was going to be. No surprise there.
Yeah. But I think Morrissey's going to play Buff.
I would put, as of right now,
because he's been playing
with
Buff and practicing with Buff.
We'll find them. We'll put Enstrom, Time Buff, Morrissey, and Stewart and Sherrod.
And Postma's. Well, I mean, Stewart might be the extra guy, too. It's hard to say.
Hot take. At some point this season, Patrick Laine is going to get sent down to the AHL.
Hot take?
Hot take.
That's not a hot take.
He'll get sent back to junior.
He didn't play that. He can't.
If he plays less than 10 games, he can.
No.
Laine?
Not junior.
Yeah. He's not junior.
The AHL. Because he's a European import.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I love that rule. It's the best.
And the whole reason is I think he's going to need more time to adjust to North American hockey.
I think he's stuck there. No, I think he's there for the year. They're going to let him grow.
Hey, wait.
We'll
leave our hot take bold predictions for later. Greg, you get another one.
I get another one? No, I think that's... I don't think they're going to ride both Connor and Laine all season as in their lineup.
Well, if one of the two gets sent down, I think it's Connor.
But I'm sorry, Laine has not shown me anything to prove me that he belongs on this roster other than he's a second overall pick.
I don't see...
But I think, doesn't that merit you at least?
It does.
But you're assuming
your games.
But you're assuming one's going to get sent down. I think they're going to ride it out with all of them.
Or ride... Yeah, but see, I'd rather not have I'd rather send them.
They're going to commit youth.
But that's the thing. This year. I'm not saying they can't commit youth, but there are other guys in the lineup that could come in and play. And it's not going to do Kyle Connor any favors, just like it didn't do Nick Ehlers any favors last year playing third-line minutes. Sure, it's great at some point.
They finally put him together, and he's like, guys, I've been saying this all year. Give me one guy who can skate. I'll be fine.
Yeah, Don't put me on the same line as Thorburn. But
Ehlers is playing with Thorburn. I mean, Laine is going to get little, maybe even Stafford or Perreault on the other wing.
But that's
pretty good.
That's what I'm saying about Connor, though, is that one of them is going to get sacrificed and probably get sent to the AHL.
I'm not so
At
sure.
least for some sort of stint.
Saying because of the teammates, the line mates he's going to be on. Okay,
I'm
wondering.
Sure.
Just because of the depth of this
team.
Hey,
but I think they've proven to me that they'd waive Burmeistrov for Thorburn or those guys before they would send down a kid just because he's a kid.
But that's not the reason.
But they have the option to send the kid with no repercussion. And that's why they might take that option over.
They might. That's why Kopp got sent down, because he's on a two-way, and a lot of the guys on the fourth line are on one-way.
I'm excited, man. Moose droppings are actually going to be a segment. They're going to be
They might actually be good.
They won't be dead last year. I don't think they're going to have the first overall pick this year in the AHL. Which, first overall pick, the Manitoba Moose decided to retain Mickey Moose's rights. They were looking at Cleveland... it's Cleveland's AHL team.
Monsters?
Yeah, the Cleveland Monsters.
They were going to change their mascot?
Yeah, that's a number one draft pick in the AHL. You get to pick a new mascot. Yeah, Edmonton's really
Cam's totally joking.
Yeah, obviously. That'd be hilarious, though.
That'd be
fun. For a 2-year contract, we have signed Youppi from the Phillies. What? He won't put on a Jets jersey, but he'll still be here. So that kind of counts.
There you go.
It's just my personal opinion.
No, wait, Youppi.
I haven't liked Laine's game. Obviously, it's a small sample size. But
that's fine.
I agree. He didn't do a lot, but I still think they're going to give him the year to grow. Because if he plays over 10 games, he burns a year of his contract, and they're not sitting him down within the first 10 games. So he's there.
No,
the first game, true. Is their schedule good or bad?
Oh, they play Carolina. They have. I know they have Carolina and Toronto in their first 3.
Don't
and Boston.
Toronto. Don't do it.
But the Jets preach patience, and they'll be patient with him. They'll let him play in the NHL for a year.
If I could fix one thing about Patrick Laine, get a better visor. That one's too big. Not a fan. It doesn't look cool enough. It's the little things.
I don't think there's anything to be worried about.
I mean, Austin Matthews didn't set the world on fire in preseason either, but Toronto's going to give him the year.
They're going to give him the.
I disagree. I think Austin Matthews looked.
He looked good, but
it was off the puck. It was where it was good.
He looked formidable, but he didn't set the world on fire.
Yeah, but Patrick Laine was expected to in Winnipeg. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I don't think this Matthew hype was as big as it could have been.
Could have been a lot worse.
It could have been worse. No, I was just kidding.
It was pretty damn bad.
I think it's going to be pretty exciting for both of them. I see where Greg's coming from with the line A argument because, yeah, he didn't really
Or Connor.
blow me out of the water.
Connor,
No, but in
Connor
terms
looks-
of the
looked
line
in
the
place.
line mates though, I didn't think about that. That would make sense because you're wasting their potential. If ever once they're on the fourth line, send them to the A because they'll get top line minutes at every situation, and I'm sure Keith McCambridge would love that. Wait, he's not the coach, is he? He's still
No.
the coach,
Pascal Vincent is the coach.
right? McCambridge got tossed.
Yeah.
Because
Didn't get his contract renewed.
Yeah, because okay, whatever. I'm gonna leave that one because management decided to go full youth when they had almost no youth.
They promoted their coach by demoting him to the AHL.
Yeah.
Oh, Pascal Vincent.
Yeah,
That's
he was
fine.
assistant
He's
coach.
a good coach.
He knew what he was doing. Nonetheless, what's a realistic goal for this Winnipeg Jets team this year?
Not bottom five.
Compete for a wild card.
That's true.
They
I
can
guess-
compete. I'm not saying they're going to make it, but I think they can be there.
What are you saying? I don't know. I'm pretty indifferent towards the Jets right now because I haven't been watching a lot of Jets. I haven't been watching a lot of hockey since the World Cup ended. I was like,
I think
I deflated for a bit.
Because
think
that final was so boring.
they could honestly, they could be one of the worst teams in the league, and I think they can make the playoffs, and I think they could be anywhere in between. I really don't know.
I want to see where the young. I'm excited for the young guys. That's so easy. Have you seen? It's like, have you seen predictions? It's like 16 predictions for the NHL season. It's like Austin Matthews and Patrick Laine are gonna compete for the top. Call the race, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Next one, PK Subban might be a Norris winner. And I'm like, what is it? Goddamn BuzzFeed? Shit. It was bad. It was bad.
Well, yeah, it's to get people to read their articles that
It
are not
sucked.
that literally take no brains. It's like, well, Jamie Benn looking to
We
lead
follow
the
the
league
good
in
guys
scoring.
on Twitter, like Jeff Merrick, Wyshynski, Jeff Fayette, Jeffler. Follow those guys.
Down
Dangle.
goes Brown.
Yes, Dangle. Like those guys write
Myrtle.
stuff that
James
Myrtle's
Myrtle.
awesome. Yes,
Down Goes Brown is great. It's Bob
Thought-provoking.
McKenzie.
Yeah, very good.
Elliot Friedman's 30 Thoughts. Read that.
That's like 78 actually.
It's 37 on average.
yeah.
It's not 30,
As many as
like he claims.
All right, so
75.
Jets, Dan, you're thinking try for the wild card. My goal for the Jets, not bottom five. Piss off. You're not having Nolan Patrick. It's not your time. Vancouver, I also don't want you to have Nolan Patrick, though. So
I don't want Edmonton to have Nolan Patrick either.
No, they won't.
I
I'm
think-
okay with Nolan Patrick going to Carolina.
Guys,
Okay.
you know what? I'll save it for later. For the bold predictions. Maybe.
Okay, deal. Jets.
Where are Jets going to finish? Right in that heap of the middle. Between, they could be as
5 points
bad
out,
as
5 points in.
they could be as bad as 7th in their division or as good as 3rd in their division. And all it depends on is injuries around the league. Like I said, all it takes for Chicago, I talked about it last episode, I believe, all it takes for Chicago not to be good is them to lose one of those two, or either Taves or Kane or Crawford going down. And it's the same with every team, right? All it takes is a big injury, unless you're Pittsburgh Penguins, because if, let's say Crosby goes down, then all of a sudden Malkin just like, I'm going to be the best again, and decides to win the Art Ross.
A big wild card in the Central. I don't think St. Louis is going to be nearly as good as they normally are.
Here, put it up top.
I don't
Give me
think
some
they are.
Skin.
Well, here's
yeah,
the
I
thing.
don't.
Oh, he's so bad.
I want to do
Don't
this.
like him.
I wanted
You
to
know,
kind of break down
They're
by
still going to
division.
make the playoffs probably, but they aren't going to be top of the.
I
top
still
of the
wanted to
division.
break down by division here, and let's just talk about that Central Division then.
Okay,
You have a team in St. Louis, as you're talking, with a player like Jake Allen, a goaltender, who's going from a kind of 50-50 role with Brian Elliott to a number one starting role.
That's way different up top. Mental game has suddenly changed.
Exactly. You also have kind of two voices in your ear in St. Louis now, with Hitchcock stepping down at the end of the year and Mike Yao, right?
Yeah, however you
Is
say
it-
it. That's fine.
Yo.
Yeah, Mike Yeo there talking his way as well. It's not going to be the same philosophy either way. It's not going to be, Mike Yeo does not coach the same way Ken Hitchcock does, and vice versa. So there's going to be a little bit of, I think, lost in translation is for that team.
That's gonna be so much fun though, because I don't know. Can Hitchcock yell at his players on the bench? Because
not
I know
sure.
Mike Yeo doesn't, but I want to know how that's going to work.
It's going to be an interesting dynamic.
Because there's going to be a gap. There's going to be a gap where one coach tells you something, the other coach tells you another thing. You have to find the in-between, and both coaches have to be happy. That's just as a player, let alone a goalie.
You also have to keep in mind, they lost their captain.
They got a new captain.
They lost TJ Oshie the year before.
Hey, they replaced him.
They have Jay Bowmeister, who's not getting any
They
younger.
added David Perron, who, whatever. And they added Neil Yakupov, which, whatever. I mean, these moves aren't. I don't know. I think they could stumble.
And even Kevin Shattenkirk, when you look at it, he's a guy that doesn't necessarily want to be there.
Well,
yes and no.
I think it's more that they don't want him there. That's what I thought. I thought they wanted to trade him.
I thought he wanted to get
I
traded.
don't think so.
Oh, either way, they have an interesting Kevin Shattenkirk situation. Let's see how good Vladimir Tarasenko is going to be. There's a lot of the thing is there's a lot of question marks, and there's also, when you look at it, there's a guy like James Schwartz who's moving from potentially playing second, third line minutes. It's probably going to get bumped up and playing a lot more first line minutes, playing alongside Vladimir Tarasenko. You have Paul Stastny, who's not getting any younger and has a terrible contract and isn't as good as he once was. That's another interesting line. Patrick Berglund, who's not getting any younger. So you've got an aging team that still hasn't won anything. I think St. Louis is an interesting story. Let's be honest, Colorado, they didn't really do anything to address their needs, which was
who's
defense.
their coach now?
I don't remember his
Did
name.
Okay.
The only difference really they have is Mikhail Grigorenko's older, Nathan McKinnon's older, Gabriel Landeskog's a year older, which is good for these guys. Mikko Rantanen, I'm not sure if he made the team.
I hope he did. I say hope. I don't know if he did.
I don't know either. The guy with the best last name in the league, Everberg, don't know if he made the team. I don't know. Yeah, they have a guy named-
How's that the best last name?
Best last name, Everberg? Everberg. You're telling me that's not a good last name?
In the NHL? Now you got me
Everberg.
thinking. I don't know. I got to go down the list.
You know what's not a good last name?
Don't say it. Go. Do it.
Radko Gudas.
Okay, I thought it was either Gudis or Provorov. So.
Gudas.
Hey, guess who got a 6-game suspension?
Hey, you know what, guys? Did you read that? My favorite quote of the year, and it's going to be tough to beat this quote right out the gate. They asked him what he thought of it, and he's like, you know what? If you have 3 or 4 bad hits out of like 250 to 300, I say you're doing pretty good. And I'm like, well, that's going on a shirt.
Okay, I don't want to stray too far off the line here.
He forfeits $245,000 worth of money.
Let's rank the
Dan's
teams.
got the stupidest goddamn smile.
How does he forfeit $245,000 over 6 games?
Because that's his contract. He makes 3.5.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot of money.
He shouldn't even make what he forfeits.
Okay, well,
Where do you put the teams in the Central Division right now?
we're gonna do this as a consensus, not one by one.
No.
Like now or later?
Yeah,
Right now, let's make
Central
our
Division.
predictions, but then consensus.
Nashville's number one.
Yeah,
Nashville.
Nashville.
I think Nashville's
2.
I think Chicago's
Chicago.
right.
Yep. 3. Dallas.
Minnesota.
Dallas.
shit.
No, I like Dallas.
No,
I like
fine.
Dallas.
There you go. We have 3,
no.
4. Dallas, Minnesota.
No,
It doesn't matter which
Dallas,
one. Wait,
Dallas,
it does
Minnesota.
matter which one, because then playoffs, not playoffs. Oh, no, wait. They
No,
both
wild
make it.
card.
Okay, all right.
Dallas.
Okay.
Dallas.
And then I would
Minnesota.
put... Okay, and then I would put Winnipeg.
But I would say Minnesota,
I'd say Minnesota, St. Louis, Winnipeg, Colorado.
say those 4 teams are all fighting for those last
Yeah.
2 spots. Because let's be honest, the Pacific sucks. And on the note of the Pacific, let's be honest here, San Jose is the best team in that division.
Yep.
I think,
By far.
I think the Kings will be good.
They're old.
And you know what? Fuck it. I'm saying right now, Edmonton's going to finish 3rd.
Not going to finish 3rd?
No, they're going to finish 3rd.
Danny, you usually playoffs?
Yeah. I think they're going to do it.
Treats a pizza bet.
Dude,
Edmonton-
I'm with Dan on this one. I'm taking
They're
that
not
money.
making the playoffs.
Hey, look at the D that they've slowly accumulated. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be.
Don't even look at that. Look who they have to beat. Super easy.
Yeah, that's
Super
true.
easy. Well, hey, watch this. Pacific just lights a flame.
You know what,
Just
though?
oust everyone this year.
Coyotes could be in the playoffs.
Exactly.
It's tough, man.
I just thought, and here's the other thing: Mike Smith gets hurt. Then they're like, "Shit, we need a goalie."
OJ
They go out.
Pavs.
They get out. No, they go out and they pay big money. They give up some whatever they need to and go get Ben Bishop. Ben Bishop now with Arizona Coyote. Fuck.
I don't like your hypotheticals. They're not fair, okay?
I'm
No
just
one
saying.
wins in your hypotheticals, ever.
No, Tampa Bay wins in my hypotheticals, and Arizona wins.
Because Andre Vasilevsky?
Well, not only that, but the fact that Ben Bishop, Tampa Bay, it's very clear that with Andre Platt,
Wait, they
along
can't
with
take his contract on.
Why?
They're over the cap.
Are Arizona's over
Dude,
the cap?
they have a lot of dead cap, but it still counts.
They have a lot of
like
dead
21
weight.
mil or something
All
with
right.
dead cap.
Then never mind. Arizona can't do that.
Well, no, I mean, I'm sure John Chaco would be like,
Oh no,
I'll make
because
it.
Mike Smith would be on The only way they could do it is if Mike Smith is on LTIR, which means his cap hit would not count against
But you
the
can't
cap.
trade a player on IT long term.
You wouldn't trade Mike Smith. You trade someone else and get Ben Bishop, and then Ben Bishop would eat up Mike Smith's contract. It's on there. And then the next year, when a lot of those contracts are now off the books, then you have Ben Bishop's contract.
Do you make a lot of four-way trades in EA, like NHL?
No, I don't make four-way
like,
trades.
He's a guy's like, hey, they're gonna give a second. He'll get a third. I'm getting this guy, but to make it happen, he's got to go to his lawn and cut his grass.
The best part
like,
Greg controls all 4 teams.
yeah. So he makes it, forces it to happen.
Exactly.
All right, no. So Pacific,
Central.
let's go.
So Central, we're doing Nashville,
Well,
Chicago, Dallas,
And then Smorgasbord.
Minnesota, St. Louis, Winnipeg, Colorado.
Let's just
Clusterfuck.
all agree St. Louis sucks, so they're dead last.
let's go. Let's just say Nashville, Chicago, Dallas, clusterfuck.
There you
Perfect.
go. Preferably Winnipeg at the 4 spot.
Tire fire.
Tire fire. Oh no, it's back. It's back and better than ever. Okay.
Then let's go Pacific,
Pacific.
which is a
Number
complete
one.
tire fire.
Number
San
1,
Jose.
San Jose. We know what the dead last is. Vancouver. Let's make the sandwich. Let's build it.
Let's go.
Kings are 2.
Okay.
Kings are 2.
Okay.
Oilers are 3.
Calgary is 3.
Oilers.
More veteran
I'm
lineup.
Guys.
Better
let's just get rid
goaltending.
of the
Connor
Kings.
McJesus.
Let's just
Better goaltending.
Let's just.
Better defense.
They just signed Chris
Mark-
Stieg. Oh, Gaudreau. Gaudreau signed.
Gaudreau signed.
6 years.
Chris Versteeg signed.
6.75 per.
I know.
Mark
Edmonton.
Giordano.
Edmonton.
Better than any defenseman
on,
Edmonton
hold
has.
on.
I'm going
I
Edmonton
get
3.
it. Oh, they signed
Chris Russell.
Edmonton. Chris
Who?
Russell.
I read one of my
3.1.
favorite articles I've ever read, talking about how Chris Russell is barely even a borderline NHL defenseman with advanced stats and zone entries.
He took a long time to develop, so yeah, for sure.
not
He last year in the playoffs, St. Louis would pick on him when entering the zone because he doesn't force guys to go off their lane.
To go to the back end?
He backs off too far. When you look at they compared it to what Edward Vlasic did to Ryan Johansson. Ryan Johansson tries to pull a move when he enters the zone, and
Step up on him.
Yeah, Vlasic steps up on him. He's not, backing up to go to the top of the circle. He's attacking him basically at the blue line and forcing him to make adjustments. And those are the kinds of things that make good defensive defensemen or even two-way defensemen better. What Chris Russell does and what they were noticing with St. Louis was he was backing up to top of the circle hash marks while guys were entering the zone and just giving these guys basically free reign to shoot from the top
So
of the
he's
circle.
not being a defenseman.
He's not suppressing shots. He's not forcing guys to change the angles at which they come into the zone.
Okay.
And his ability to actually get the puck out isn't very good.
Okay.
You know what?
So
I'll give you Calgary at 3 then.
Calgary
So,
3.
I still think the Kings are worse than. I don't know, but that's my dislike.
I don't think the Kings...
I think they're good. Not saying they're cup kid.
We'll agree. Okay, we got 3. Edmonton's 4 then. We'll lock it
Arizona's
in.
5.
Arizona's 5.
I'd say Anaheim,
And then
Edmonton. I'd say Arizona
Anaheim.
6.
Anaheim.
Yeah.
God damn.
But Anaheim is so old.
That's why I'm putting them at
So
5. I'm putting them
old.
5th.
Then who's 6th?
Arizona.
And they also
then-
have...
Vancouver.
God, Fire
Bottom.
Abyss. I'm
The
glad
thing
they're by
about
the ocean
Anaheim
because
is Anaheim could easily be second in that division, but it all depends on how well John Gibson takes over the number 1 starting role on that team. It's all about how well John
have they
Gibson...
signed Lindholm yet? Oh,
No.
Lindholm is signed. No, he's
Lindholm's not signed.
Where's Stalainen signed today too?
Stalainen signed for Buffalo.
6
But
years.
Lindholm not signed and Trouba not signed are basically the only RFAs left, I believe.
Are we?
Yeah.
Go to General Manager right now. Tell me what the last 2 RFAs are. Or last few. Because I think Trouba and Hampus Lindholm are the only 2. But I could be wrong.
Okay, so now we got the West covered then.
Yeah, well, realistically, that wild card is going to be very open. It's going to be basically you got Winnipeg, Minnesota, St. Louis, along with Edmonton, probably Calgary, Anaheim, all battling for that spot.
Ricard Raquel, Hampus Lindholm, and Jacob Trouba.
So look to Anaheim to make some sort of deal over the next coming days to free up some cap space. Cam Fowler's a name that's been thrown around a lot recently. One of the big reasons Cam Fowler's out there, he's a left-handed defenseman. They also have Hampus Lindholm, but they also have Shea Theodore in their system, who could also take over Cam Fowler's
He's
spot.
so good.
Did Patrick Elias retire?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
think
He's
so.
still listed as a UFA.
Oh, maybe he didn't retire yet.
Yeah, they haven't updated some of the stuff, right? So, they're most of the time very, very good. So let's go to the East now, and let's not start in the Atlantic. Let's go to the Metropolitan, Cameron.
Okay.
Konechny, Provorov making the Philadelphia Flyers.
And
Obviously,
Nick Cousins, too.
making that team better and younger.
And they straight up said, no one asked him. Hextall said they will stay with them the entire year. They earned their spots.
And obviously,
Can't go back on it now.
No.
big news came out of Pittsburgh. Sidney Crosby has been diagnosed with a concussion.
3rd in 6 years.
No timetable for return.
That's a piss off.
And
Well, but they always said if he got another one,
could be
I
over.
know.
it wasn't good, right?
Well, and
It's
I read a quick, I didn't read the whole article, but the person, it was from ESPN, I believe, but they're talking about, major players in sports getting concussion. Crosby. And there's a NASCAR driver, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Okay.
No, but it's just, such prominent name. You know who those guys are, and it's such...
Well,
It's
look at
way better to have them in the game than not in the game.
Eric Lindros.
Yep.
You can just even look at guys who get hurt, like Peter Forsberg, his entire career.
Gabriel Landeskog has a great article in Players Tribune about when he went through his concussion. He said it was the worst thing he had ever had to deal with.
Okay. Yeah, they're not fun. I don't wish them upon anyone.
Yeah.
But this is his 3rd one. His no timetable for return. He just said in a statement today that he's going to take his recovery day by day. So will we see him again this year? We don't really know. How much does this change the Penguins?
Doesn't. Not
No?
much. Whenever Crosby goes down or Malkin goes down, the other one has a career year.
Yeah.
So I would say Malkin's going to step
It's
up
not
and
even
all
that
the
the-
other players are going to step
It's
up.
not even that the other one has a career; it's that the other guys around them have careers. Look at Chris Kunitz. What did he do a couple years ago?
With Malkin not there. Or with Crosby not there.
Yeah.
And he played with Malkin, played really well.
You know what? I don't think they're as good without Crosby, but I don't think they're a bad team without Crosby.
I think we know who just won that division, though, by that happening. Washington.
I think they were going to win no matter what.
And then I would say next team in line behind Washington,
I'll put Pittsburgh.
still Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
3rd,
Uh,
Philly.
Rangers a very different team this year, too.
You know what?
right.
That's the team
With
I was
Mika
going to name too.
Zibanejad?
The team I was going to say too. Fine, I'll put Rangers 3rd, Flyers 4th. They get into wild
No,
card.
Islanders 4th.
No.
Yeah.
Well, Islanders
I-
regress.
I think they regress as well.
They signed Andrew Ladd, Dan.
So what?
What do you mean, what?
I think the other issue with the Islanders is they don't really have a direction right now. Like
They
they're just
have
like
Tavares.
Let's
they're
put it
like
this way.
we have some pieces, but
they
not all of
just
them.
cut P.A. Parento, too.
I know, which makes no sense. The guy had 20 goals last year.
Let's put it this
On,
way,
on
though.
a terrible team.
But what did Philly do? They added youth, but I don't think they got better.
They're gonna be back from injuries. Giroux was out for a little while last year, so was Voracek, so was Simmons.
I think the Islanders.
But
made
that's
less.
always the Flyers' gripe is injuries.
Either way, I
always.
think Columbus, New Jersey, Carolina are the 3 teams that finish below the wild card line.
I think New Jersey makes playoffs this year.
Well, actually,
That's not
you know
a
what?
bold prediction, but that's
Jersey
I can see
could.
New Jersey.
Jersey's gonna. You know what? Taylor Hall is gonna do really well. Really well.
And they've got a really good
Okay,
goalie.
so if we're ranking then, consensus, Washington, Pittsburgh, Rangers.
Rangers. 4 would be
I'm saying Flyers. Well, I'm going to put Flyers. at
Flyers
four.
ahead.
four.
Like the
I'd
Islanders
say
lost their
Islanders.
second, their number 2 centerman in Franz Nielsen. Now they're using Ryan Strome there most likely.
And Matt Barzal made the team too.
Yeah. So
But you have to look at how well rounded they are.
they're not anymore though.
I think
It drops off a lot.
but they've
They
got
don't-
solid
And
defense. They've got
Greg's
a
favorite
good
contract
goalie.
in the NHL is who? Their fourth line center.
Fucking Casey Zizekas. They're paying Casey Zizekas Radko Gudas money
Yeah, but Radko Gudas.
Radko
He's
Gudas
a top
money.
line player, Greg.
If I had to pick one
on
to
an
the other,
AHL team.
No, on an NHL
no, he's
team.
not.
Look at his numbers. He's a top line NHL player.
He-
For the Flyers.
Have you seen his advanced stats?
Yeah, he's
They're
amazing.
horrendous.
No one goes in the corner.
I'm just gonna
with
tell
him.
you,
Shea Weber would.
fantasy hockey.
Hold on. Pause that. If Shea Weber ever goes in the corner of Gudas, everyone's watching that game and you know it.
I know.
Because that's a Stanley Cup final game. All right, go ahead.
That's impossible.
Anyway,
They're both Eastern Conference. You forgot Shea Weber's a Montreal Canadian, didn't you?
No.
Fuck yourself.
I'm.
Fuck yourself.
I will say,
Dick.
I honestly, I'm not doing this to like
Go.
slight you at all. I seriously think 4 and 5 could be a combination of Islanders and Devils. I flip them around. I don't care.
I think
have
4 or 5.
Flyers better than both
How
of those
about
teams,
let's
for
agree?
sure.
Let's agree with this: Flyers, Islanders, Devils, 4,
Are
5,
fighting
6.
for that playoff
4,
spot.
5, and 6.
Yes, Carolina and Columbus, I think, will be at the bottom.
7 and
Yeah.
8. Yes.
They can,
Oh yeah.
Very much.
they can fight for last.
Okay. Now, the best division in hockey, the Atlantic Division. Obviously, because, let's be honest, the center of the universe is there, Austin Matthews. And the rest of the Toronto Maple Leafs amazingness roster.
Dude, this is so
They cut Brooks like. I wasn't happy with that.
I'm fine with it. I'm upset a little bit.
Dude, here,
little
let's get
upset.
to it. This is the alleged consensus, according to Jeffler, the greatest. If you're a Leaf fan, the greatest follow you can have. He puts out so much content. It's amazing.
Yep.
This is what he said, based off stats and everything, and off preseason and all the games that are played. This is don't put numbers on these lines. I'm just reading these lines.
Oh, for Toronto.
I thought they were standings.
Yeah, no. Hyman, Matthews, and Nylander.
Well-
JVR, Kadri, Komarov. Mahalik, Bozak, Marner. Connor Brown, Peter Holland, Seth Griffiths. Spare, Matt Martin. Defense, Morgan Riley, Zaitsev. Gardner, Connor Carrick. Martin Marinson, Frank Corrado. Spares, Hunwick and Polak. Freddie Anderson, Jonas Enroth. That's not a bad team at all.
It's young.
That is a
and-
competitive, in that division, competitive team.
But I think they will stumble just like the Jets stumbled when they went really young last year. They could be competitive, but they could also fall on their face, and they'll probably go up and down between the two a lot.
The difference between this Leafs team and the Jets team is there's only one player on that Leafs team that's making his professional debut, and that's Mitch Marner. There was Nick Patan, Nikolai
Wow.
Ehlers,
But
lots of the guys that were moving up and down didn't have the time in the AHL like William Nylander has, Zach Hyman's had. The thing with Austin Matthews is he went and he played with men last year and dominated. Now, great, it was a Swiss league. We understand that. He still played pretty damn good.
oh yeah, but he hasn't played in the NHL.
But he's played like everything else. But then the same
It's-
argument could be said line as well.
You know what? It's fine to be optimistic about them. They could be competitive, but
They're going to be significantly better.
Okay,
They're
let's
let's put it this way: they won't be the worst team,
Let's look at division.
but they aren't making playoffs.
Their goal to
Make the playoffs.
okay.
For sure.
I'm not going to write
All-
him off that quickly.
All aboard the hype train.
I'm not going to write him off that quickly and say they
Sportsnet
won't make
pumps a couple
playoffs.
articles out, and then it's
No. Okay, let's name teams then. Let's go. I'm just going to name the teams before we start.
No, I know them.
Wins?
I
Okay,
know
go.
who they are.
Who are we putting in
Tampa
one?
Bay's won.
Done.
Florida won.
That's
Florida just lost Johnny Huberdeau for 6 months.
Yeah,
That's
but-
one of their biggest leaders on that
4
team.
months.
4 months. But,
4 months? Sorry,
but-
4 months.
That's still a long ass time.
But look at that team.
They're only going to go as far as how strong.
Wait. You're saying Florida's going to be better than Tampa?
Didn't they win the division last year?
Oh, did they?
No,
Tampa won.
Tampa won.
Oh, because Tampa went home ice a lot.
But Florida led the division for most of the year.
Fine.
I
Let's
think-
hammer in 1, 2.
Interchangeable.
Okay,
Fine.
Tampa,
three.
Florida. The
Three.
Florida teams are going to be both at top
Okay,
two.
3.
Montreal.
Wait. Well,
Have you seen their lineup? They do not have a chance of beating out Detroit or Boston or Toronto. Their
you're
team
out of your
is.
fucking mind.
They
You're
have Carey
crazy.
Price.
You're crazy.
They have Carey Price. That's all they need. If he
They're
gets
not
hurt,
that good of a team.
I'm with
They're
Montreal.
not-
they are not
I'm
that
with
good.
Dan on this.
They're not.
Oh, they're not that good.
Dude, Detroit sucks.
They aren't
Bad.
that. Hey,
Hey,
Boston,
hey,
horrible.
let me be biased against this team.
Brad Marchand has to score fucking 40 goals for them to beat out Montreal.
I'm
You know what?
He'll
I'm
probably
being
do it.
biased. I'm being biased. Montreal's going to finish third. in
they
the
aren't that good of a
Then
team.
4th?
Ottawa.
No,
Yep.
no,
Yep.
no.
I don't know about that.
No, I don't know about that one either.
I put
think so.
Boston.
Who does Ottawa have?
Put Boston
They
there.
got
Eric Carlson,
Carlson,
Hoffman, and Stone.
Stone, Hoffman. They
That's
got Derek Brassard.
Who's
Very
not that
underrated.
great.
But he's pretty damn good.
4.
He was the best player on the Rangers.
Okay.
They got Bobby Ryan. They have Kyle Turris. They have lots of underrated players. They're a team.
But
you
how
just forget
long?
about.
How long can you be underrated until
Fine.
you're properly rated?
They aren't going to be 4th, but I think they could be. I
So
think they
you're-
could make the
Okay,
playoffs.
so
You're
we're
saying
arguing
that
4
Ottawa's.
right now.
You're saying that Ottawa has a better chance to make playoffs than Toronto does.
Yep.
Is that a bet? I'm willing to bet that.
Toronto is so young. I think I'm not sold.
Yeah, but they're so young. But how? Oh my God! Like, Oh,
Remember,
they didn't ever not have the puck.
Everybody said this about the Jets last year, and what happened?
Yeah, but
I don't think a
Toronto's
lot of
different. They have
people
Mike
even
Babcock.
Everybody was so high on the Jets last year.
Not really, because
Oh,
a lot
not
of
this high.
people
There was a lot of hype, and
Well, yeah, you were on that hype
in
train.
Winnipeg.
We were there. We watched it.
in Winnipeg, this is NHL.
Well,
It's everywhere.
around.
Everyone's excited for the Leafs.
no, this is the media being excited because Toronto's center of the universe.
No, but not really. When you have
So you're
ESPN articles
fine.
right
You're saying Ottawa is going to be better than Toronto.
Okay.
Toronto has so much youth. It's a lot of youth really fast. I don't think they're going to be
I
as
have
good as
Ottawa
people
Name-
think.
dead last. in
Name
that division.
another defenseman other than Eric Carlson on the Ottawa Senators.
Do you know enough?
That's a
Damn
good
it!
point.
Fuck.
Wow, he's really good
No,
though.
hold on.
He's
hold
not
on.
bad,
The
but
fact that the players he was traded for, only one of the three made the team.
Is it bad that I thought of Jared Cowan before I thought of Phaneuf? Hold
Yeah,
on.
and
That's not a
Cowan's-
slight. I'm just saying.
I'm not
I
saying
said
he's
that
great,
word
but
because
I'm
I
saying-
was surprised he did it.
At the end of the day, he's got a lot more experience than any defenseman playing in Toronto. I'm
I
not
would
saying he's
take-
better than every defenseman. I would take Morgan Riley. Too.
Roman Polak has more experience being a pile-on than Dion Phaneuf
I
does.
shouldn't have said anything because Greg's just getting defensive now.
No, but
Roman Polak is
dude,
better.
Ottawa is like I have them poured.
Fine. How about
I'm
this?
signing the Sharpie. Ottawa dead last.
You know what?
Ottawa dead last.
Whatever. Detroit.
At
Detroit at
4.
fourth.
Okay.
That's
I
a
don't
wild
think- okay,
card.
This is the one that
That's
would
a wild. You guys are so gung ho about the Leafs. You're blind to the fact that they could be
they're
terrible.
so fucking old and bad now. Like they're
You
bad.
said that last year. What happened?
I say it every
They
year.
made the playoffs. Everybody said last year, this is the year they don't make it. What'd they do?
They
They
just
made
waived
it.
their two top prospects on the whole team. They just waived
Dylan
them.
Larkin.
No, that's
He's
not a
on the
prospect.
team.
He's on the team.
Polkinen's played just as many games as Larkin
Anthony
has.
Mantha also was dropped today.
Polkinen played pretty much the whole.
They sent him down too.
They
Fine,
sent him
their
down.
top guy.
Polkinen played pretty
Martin
much the
Frick.
whole season last year, and the year before he played.
Then
Some.
they dropped two of their very good prospects, and they're not getting them back because they got claimed. Like over,
They gave up-
they gave up
You
on
got
two guys.
Drew Miller, who don't do
Yeah.
anything for your team.
Drew Miller, he was there last year and he barely played. And it'll be the same thing this
So
year.
why wouldn't you pick the youth? I don't get like.
Send
why
Drew
wouldn't
Miller
you
on.
pick the youth?
Drew Miller has less of a likelihood of being picked up on waivers than
Martin Frick and
Martin
Timo
Frick or
Pokinen.
Timo Pokinen.
But
Which-
it's probably a salary thing, and they probably thought he could sneak through.
I don't know, because there's not one writer or one person on my Twitter timeline that when Martin Frick and Timo Pokinen went down, they weren't like, well, these guys are going to slip through. So I don't think Ken Holland's that stupid. I just
Frick
don't
went
think
to
he is.
Carolina. Pokinen went to where?
Pokinen's on Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Fine.
thank
If you
I
ask
forgot.
me,
Okay.
I think Buffalo's the worst team. Actually,
See,
you know what?
I have Buffalo fighting for a playoff
See, this
spot.
is a like the
Fine.
bottom. For this is our toughest division.
I'll give you
like,
this.
Apart from you being a
Here,
Leafs fan, because
here.
there's so many questions.
To me, for Detroit, then you have what? You have Buffalo, Boston, Toronto, and Ottawa.
Yeah.
Clusterfuck for the last spot.
I think the bottom 5 is a clusterfuck.
I think Detroit will get it.
And Montreal's a goalie injury away from being terrible.
The
Yeah.
worst team in the
No,
league.
they are, and that's the what. If Carey Price gets hurt, that changes everything, because he's
And then-
proven he is their team.
Then Florida's a goaltender injury away from being the best team in the NHL because they'll have James Reimer as their starter. But in all seriousness, the fact, like, I think, oh, you know, I'll say it for the bold prediction. I'll say it for bold prediction.
Greg's picking the Leafs to win the cup.
No, that's not
That's
my bold
what he's
prediction.
trying to say.
Nope.
All right. Well, while we're on this, I'll say the numbers. Ristolainen, 6 years, 32.4. That's an average of 5.4. So I'd still right in the beautiful ballpark range of Trouba, like when he does sign eventually with someone. His range is 5 to 6.
Unless you're talking to his agent who wants 8.
I know, but I'm just
Yeah, I
saying,
know.
like, all the comparables are like 4 to 6.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
fine. Setaguchi made the Kings 5.75.
He's going to be on the top line.
Good for him.
Whoa, dang.
And
But
they're going to
it's a stopgap because Tyler Toffoli suspended for the first 2 games.
Okay.
So
Oh,
after that,
so I should have mentioned this earlier. Because of Crosby's concussion and just the concussion protocol and the way sports are going, now every team has to have an NHL sanctioned spotter staff that like are watching the players on the bench, and if they think one player's like kind of out of it or acting a little different, pulls him off, runs a concussion test, and that spotter staff has the right to pull him from the game.
Yep.
If that player which is great.
That's
You need
fair.
that because. And I hope it's like it's got to be I know it's a third party because it can't be like
Somebody
there's
on
been
the
too
team.
many like Giroux last year got I don't know which game it was. He for sure had a concussion. Came back out,
Yeah.
played 2 games, like half the game, and then another game and another game, and then missed 4 games.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so he played concussed. And the Flyers were like, nope.
It was the same with Crosby, right?
Yep.
His first concussion, he played concussed against Tampa, then had been hit from behind.
All right. Let's see what else. Oh, interesting notes. Oh, Florida. Derek McKenzie named captain.
Yes.
That's a bit of a shocker.
Assistant Ekblad and UC Oaken. Derek McKenzie, 9-year vet.
I know, but
I don't think they wanted to throw it on Ekblad right away. Oh,
he played
did
for
McDavid happen last week?
No.
So we
we talked about McDavid being captain, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Anyway,
Either way, McDavid's a captain, no surprise.
McKenzie was a thrasher. Not a very good one.
It's okay. They don't necessarily
He's a vet.
value. Yeah.
It'd be like Chris Thorburn getting the captaincy
Yeah.
for the Jets.
Oh, the Foligno family donated $1 million to research her congenital heart defects because of their daughter, Milana. Basically, she when she was born and she was younger, she had lots of issues with her heart. And they thought they donated $500,000 to a research center facility in Boston and in Columbus. They actually wanted to just do it anonymously, but both representatives from either organization said this would actually gain I know you don't want to do it for the fame, but this would actually help us out a lot if you went out and said it publicly and just say what we did for you, because it actually affected them. And they did it in honor of their daughter who's 3 years old now, and thanks to these people she's living, so that's excellent. But all right, guys. Now we're
Time to get a little silly?
Time to get a little silly. 2017 predictions. We're going to go Eastern and West final and your Cup final. Okay. You don't have to pick winners. We'll revise playoff time. And then we got all the trophies. And then you get one bold prediction in the East and one in the West. Keep in mind, my bold predictions last year, Cam Talbot, 8 shutouts. Phil Kessel, 40 goals. I whiffed a bit. The Oilers won a little more.
I have a crossover prediction I want to do too.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
It's an East and West prediction.
Okay, well, we got East playoffs, Eastern Conference final. Who do you got? Here, you know what? I'm doing
go
mine.
Dan first.
I got mine already.
Okay.
Repeat. Tampa, Pittsburgh. No hesitation.
Okay. I don't know if it's possible. I guess anything's possible with the wild card, eh?
Yep. Anything. We're doing East first.
Washington, Florida.
That'd be beautiful.
I'd love it.
I'm staying real boring. I want Washington, but they burned me too much last year. They're losing my love.
We're going to go Washington.
Okay.
He's going to do it.
Oh, God, I don't want to say it.
He's going to do it.
I really don't want to say it.
Just say it.
Oh, this pains me so much to say.
Say it.
Toronto.
No.
Just do it.
Do I go safe or do I go bold?
Do it!
Montreal.
Oh, I knew you were going to say Montreal. I should have said it out
He bitches
loud.
about the big in the playoffs, and now he's making them go to the final.
No, I was bitching because,
Okay.
let's be honest, they could do it because it's fucking Gary Price.
I know.
They're gonna save Michel Therrien's job. 100% gonna save Michel Therrien's
Remember how I said the Jets could be anywhere from last to wild card? Montreal could be anywhere from last to Stanley Cup champion.
Exactly.
Based on their goalie.
Okay, West. I am going Nashville, San Jose. I'm hopping on that hype train in Nashville. I'm too on it. I'm too hard on it. And San Jose, now or never, buddy. Come on. Just give Joe. Just give it to Joe.
Kings, Predators.
Kings, Preds?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna be bold.
Go.
I'm gonna be
That's
bold.
what it's about.
Yep.
Here we go.
Wild?
Holy shit. Oh, God.
I wanted Nashville,
wanna
San
go.
Jose. I wanted Nashville, San Jose, but we're gonna, just to be different, we're gonna go Wild, San Jose.
Ooh, guys,
I should have picked 2 Central or 2 Pacific. That would have been great.
Okay, all right. So, Cam. Oh, God, now I have to pick. All right. I'll pick Pittsburgh v. San Jose.
Rematch.
Same.
Wow.
I
with
wanted
San Jose winning.
Nashville, but I want Joe to get it so bad. So bad. Come on.
I'll go Kings, Caps.
And I'll go Washington, San Jose.
Hold on, I just messed it up here. Wait, you said Kings?
Kings,
Yeah.
Oh,
Caps.
damn.
What'd you write?
And who'd you got?
Washington, San Jose.
Nothing.
Either Ovechkin gets his cup or Joe gets his cup.
That's
Either
the
way,
vote.
Greg's happy.
Okay, you ready?
Either way.
Calder. Rookie Yearsman. Guess what?
You're going Provorov,
Someone call
aren't you?
911. Sorry, him and
2
bang
people
on
can't
the
win it.
dance floor. They'll be the same. They'll be.
No.
Fine, I have
You
to
have
pick
to
one.
pick
Yeah.
Provorov. Dude, I've been on the Provorov train for 2 goddamn years. I ain't backing off now. Provorov.
Okay.
Well,
Interesting.
I know who Greg's going to take, so you know what?
No, he might go off board.
I'll bite. I'll take Laine. I think he's going to
Oh, are we all just going to bite? Greg, go ahead. Bold time. Is it bold or is it?
Mitch Marner.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay. All right. Nice. That's awesome.
Greg's going to be really disappointed in like a month.
No, dude, Marner's a dope easy. I'm so on the, like, anything the media's feeding me right now, I'm just like, Nashville, yes. Dude, I'm with Greg. I talk to Greg all the time. I've been on that Toronto train for a little too long now, and I'm loving it. All right.
The hype train will be
Art
derailed
Ross,
soon.
is that points?
Yes.
Okay, points.
I go first?
Yeah, sure. I don't know this one. I didn't think that far ahead. there's the Calder is the only one I knew.
McDavid.
Who?
McDavid.
McDavid.
I was going to say Scheifele, but that's a little too bold.
Cam?
Me?
Yeah, you pick.
On points, eh?
Points.
I don't know. My brain's going real. I want McDavid too, but I'm not going to pick McDavid.
I'm going with Evgeny Kuznetsov.
Oh, Jesus.
That's an outside the box pick.
Kuznetsov.
Could happen.
Oh, my God. Okay, I got to pick now. Points. You know what? Since I'm on it, Johansson. Why not?
What?
Why not?
Like
Over
Marcus
Ford-
Johansson?
Over Forsberg?
No.
Ryan.
Johansson. I know.
Over
I'm just
Forsberg?
making a joke.
Yeah, someone's got to feed him the puck.
Okay. They both play center, by the way.
Who's that?
Phil Forsberg and Johansson. Johansson's the second line center. Phil Forsberg's first.
I don't give a shit.
Okay, just letting you know.
Cam doesn't
It's
care.
bold time.
Okay.
Rock Richard, goals.
Ovechkin. I have Kuznetsov.
Oh,
Who's he going to feed the puck
right.
to?
Okay.
I don't know.
Damn. You know what? God. I don't know. I try to think.
Just
Goals?
go Jakub Voracek, because we all know
Dude,
he
you know
won't
what's funny? That's
I
one
will
of the
take-
guys floating around. But
do. Or Kessel.
goal's a leading goal. That's a
HBK.
I'll take Stammer.
Stammy. All right.
Actually,
You can have a-
Kucherov wouldn't
yeah.
be a bad pick.
No, that's a good pick.
For goals,
Yep.
You know what? Signed a new contract. Feeling pretty good. He's going to be the only guy on the team. Brad Marchand.
For goal?
Whoa. Interesting.
Doing it.
Okay. Hart.
We aren't supposed to be bold yet, Cam.
Hart. MVP.
Ovi.
Okay.
McDavid.
Damn you guys. Making it tough.
He's going to carry them.
Actually,
He
no.
has to.
I'm going to go Hart to Vars. No. I keep Ovi.
No, you know what? Change your mind. Holtby.
That's your one change.
I'm Ovi. Why are you crossing mine out, Cam?
Wait, what's...
I'm Ovi.
Get it right.
God damn it, God. I haven't even thought about mine. Hart. MVP of the league?
They're not
Joe
going to give me...
Pavelski.
Okay, Pavelski. I can pick little Joe. What do you got next? Norris? No, what's next?
Lady Bing.
Which one's Lady Bing?
Lady Bing is
Most
like
gentlemanly player?
least penalties.
Least penalties.
I'm going to go Eberle.
He's going to make up for his penalty that was playing with a broken stick.
Oh, O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Okay. Kopitar's a great pick here. So is Bergeron.
They don't really take a lot of penalties, but
You know what? I'm changing. I'm going Drouin. That's my change.
Drouin
Yeah, why not? Changing his lifestyle.
changing his lifestyle.
Yep.
Interesting.
Flipping off fans after he scores an overtime goal. That's not really
Did he do that?
Lady Bing-esque.
Andrew Ferentz did that.
He didn't. His glove got stuck.
Oh yeah, that's not,
He got stuck with his finger in it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Go, Lady Bing. This is the
It's
least
such a
entertaining one. So.
hurdle.
Ooh, Thomas Hurdle. Yeah, this one literally could just be like, who's a nice guy? I don't know. I like how I'm
doesn't
the
seem
worst
like an
one of
yeah.
all of them.
Norris!
Norris!
Do you know who won't win it? Radko Gudas.
Yeah, he started the season.
He's already disqualified.
Wait,
He's
can
got
you-
36, whatever,
6 games, 24, 20,
He's got
2,000, 4,500.
He's got 360 minutes of penalties
2,000,
already.
245,000.
Yeah, 245,000.
Norris.
Norris.
Dan. He's picking Buffalo.
No.
No,
I would love Buffalo to win it, but they never will. 'cause
He
plays
gives
for
up too
Winnipeg.
many 2-on-1s.
No, he plays for Winnipeg.
Damn it. Wheeler would have been a good pick for Bing too, but he's mouthy.
No, he
sometimes.
fights.
Yeah, not mouthy. He's raspy, a little raspy.
If someone goes after a young guy, he doesn't like it very much.
Okay, Norris. D.
PK.
You're taking PK?
taking PK.
Brett Burns. Who won
Okay.
this past year?
You guys had your fucking minds. Ghost Bear.
Oh my God! Not.
Woo! Ghost Bear! Ghost Beezy!
He's not good. Carlson won it last year, I believe.
I can see a repeat.
Vesna.
Vesna. Is this a consensus price or whole B game? Because I think that's what it's become.
Martin Jones.
No!
Yes!
No, Greg! That
Yeah.
was my pick, you dick! I was trying to sway the vote! Ah. Dan?
Connor. Just kidding.
Connor? Hellebuck. Okay.
I was gonna pick Talbot.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Holtby.
Holtby?
He's too good.
Holtby. I'm trying to
I
think.
think Covey's asking if there's anybody named Covey.
Goalie. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I
Not
guess.
Michael Neuwirth. There you go.
No.
Steve Mason.
Fuck you guys. I'm going Steve Mason.
Do you know how I know NHL 17 sucked? They picked the Flyers with the Stanley Cup.
Because they're champions on and off the ice. Selke. Defensive forward.
Patrice Bergeron. I know I've shit on him before, but I turned the corner.
Defensive forward? Yeah. Oh.
I can flip flop.
Kopitar.
I flip flop as good as Donald Trump.
Kopitar. Selke.
Taves is always a good bet for that one too.
Yeah, it's an easy bet though. I want the fun ones.
Couturier.
You know what? Yeah, I'm doing it.
Did he pick anybody that's not a Flyer?
Yes. Drouin.
True.
I can't give a Lady Bing to a Flyer. Has that ever happened?
For Norris, he picked Gudis.
I wrote Ghost.
No, Gudis.
I wrote Ghost.
It's Gudis.
Okay.
That
He's
I
gonna lead
can't
the league
read
in
you.
penalties. He's got 360 already.
Coach. I'm
Coach
taking
there?
Laviolette.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Dan? You got to think of a team who's like going to be good all year or just blow people out of the water.
Sheltarian?
Do you want to take
No,
Terrian?
I'm not going to take Terrian.
Hold on, Greg. If you take Terrian, side bet. You know what? This is treats and
Patrick
pizza.
Waugh.
Yeah, no.
Off the board. First,
I will buy us a treats of pizza if Michelle Terrian wins Jack Adams because it's not happening, but I will do
I'll
it.
buy us a treats of pizza if he gets fired. And then I'll buy another one if Patrick Waugh gets hired in his place.
We're getting 2 treats of pizza.
I'm gonna do
Go.
the pronunciation might be wrong. Gerard Gallant, Florida.
Oh, damn.
I was thinking that.
Damn. Good
I'm
one.
going with that one.
I like John Cooper.
Coops.
I don't.
Okay.
He's a douche.
Even though I didn't pick...
He's a lawyer. He should be a douche.
He's a douche.
Even though
he's
I
good, he's
didn't
a
pick...
good liar.
Didn't pick Tampa Bay anywhere in here. But
You know what you didn't pick either?
What?
Mikey Babcockman.
I have a bold prediction that's going to cover my ass.
Here we go. Bold in the East. Greg,
No, you build up to me.
build up. Fuck you.
I'll go
All right,
first. I'll go last
So we
and
can say
first.
the league's
Bold prediction. You need one from the East, one from the West.
I gotta think.
Guys, oh no, you know what? I gotta
Cam,
really
just
go.
start. Just get the
No,
bad
I'm
ones out of
just
the way.
trying to think.
You have probably been sitting on this all
No,
day.
this one, that's like I haven't sat on any of these at all. Most of these are off the cuff right here.
Okay.
Bold prediction: Florida wins the East.
Okay.
Like not playoffs, like regular season points.
Okay. Wins East.
Okay, you got a West?
Patrick Laine gets 30 goals.
Oh shit, that'd be sweet.
Can I do my crossover prediction?
It's your crossover prediction.
Shea Weber gets more points than PK Subban.
Whoa. Interesting. I disagree, but
We're gonna find out.
Okay,
That's why it's bold.
Greg, if you have one, I don't know.
can I have a crossover bold prediction?
Sure, we both get it. We all get crossover. Go.
Jonas Enroth is going to have more wins than Jonathan Bernier.
Like that's just vindictive.
What?
Yeah,
That's just mean.
I feel like there's some hate behind that one.
Yeah.
There's no hate behind that. None at all.
Connor Hellebuck starts more games than Andre Pavlik.
That's a bold prediction in the West. West bold prediction, we're going to go with Arizona Coyotes making the playoffs.
I don't know if that's bold, but oh no, I guess it is pretty bold.
It's bold.
You gotta go bolder. Come on.
No, that's pretty bold. I mean,
Alright.
consider. I'm trying to think like, oh, my head's in Flyers right now. I gotta get out of that my escape of Flyers.
See, here's my issue: is I want to say my bold
You know
prediction.
what? You know what? I'm
Okay,
doing
go.
it. Greg, I'm sorry if I'm about to steal your thunder. Austin Matthews, 25 goals and 75 points.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. And you know
Whoa.
what? I'm going even bolder. All in, chips on the table. Nylander, Marner, no, not Marner. Nylander, Matthews,
Hyman.
and I'm going to say Zaitsev because technically counts as a rookie. They
Okay.
will all have over 50 points. That's my guess. There you go. Boom.
Why not Marner? He's a rookie too.
I wanted Zaitsev. He wears a cooler now.
Well, he's already going to be wrong, so why make it more wrong?
That's so bold.
That's a lot to.
Cam does not fuck around.
I am the boldest.
Ah.
No, you know what? I take away Zaitsev. I'll put Marner because Marner's a forward. So I got to say
Actually,
that.
can I make a correction to my bold pick between my crossover bold pick between
Yeah, go ahead.
Enroth?
Go.
Matthias Ekholm is going to outscore Shea Weber.
You guys just not like...
I'm just kidding. I'm not actually going to do that.
I'm like, I'm not rewriting that. Okay. Go. You need a bold in the East, and I need a bold in the West.
I don't know if I like my Coyotes one anymore after you shocked the world.
What do you mean? That's not shocking.
Yes, it is.
It's stats. Let's talk about stats.
Fuck. Now I want to be like, well,
Hey, I don't want...
Strome, Domi, and Duclair are going to score 50
I'll
points
be
each.
bold too. Kyle Connor gets 80 points. That's basically what you're saying.
I'm not.
He's being crazy.
You're crazy, man. Actually, it is a bold prediction. You can do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
you can.
My West one's...
See, my East one, the problem is I want to say, yes, Leafs are going to make the playoffs. But it's not bold to say because they're actually not that bad.
You know what?
It'd be
Here's
more
my
bold
bold.
to say...
Nah.
It'd be more bold to say they're going to finish top 3 in the East or bottom 3 in the league. Which are both possible. Which is shitty because
Why don't you say the Leafs make the playoffs and crack 100 points?
No! I'm not because if I put any faith behind this team, they're going to shit the bed.
You were so gung-ho, both of you, about them.
No,
I
I
need
just
a West, Dan.
Every rookie that they have on their teams, you get 80 points.
I
this
need
year.
a West, Dan.
Once I put it on
Brandon
paper,
Tanev's gonna
it's
score
going to be real.
45 goals
No.
for the Jets this year.
But come on. They're all scorers.
Here's
Where
the thing.
else is the scoring going to come from?
Every player's a scorer in junior.
No. But they're all like, who the hell else on the Leafs is going to score?
Sorry, Junior? You're talking Junior. I believe I see Matthews, never played Junior. Nylander, also never played Junior. And Zaitsev didn't play Junior.
No, I fixed
Oh, you put
Marner.
Marner? Okay,
I
Marner
corrected.
played Junior.
I can't wait till some of
Marner-
these players aren't nearly as good as you think they are.
They're
right
going to
away.
be amazing, Dan. Hop on board.
Yeah, that's it. Bold prediction. Leafs make playoffs and win the first round.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Do they conquer... Dude, what if they play Boston?
They won't play Boston.
But hold on.
What if?
Are you ready for that, though? Is that like... No, like Flyers? Like playoffs Flyers? There's certain teams that I'm like, I can't watch with anyone. Why? I can't. I'm a different person.
Pittsburgh?
There was a lot of mean words. There have been a lot of mean words yelled at my TV in my room watching Giants baseball that should never be said to anyone or have anyone hear. And I feel like I'm an expert in baseball. I'm not. Hockey, I feel like I'm there.
Do you realize that if all those Leafs players get that many points, then Kadri, Riley, Bozak, Van Riemsdyk are all going to get no points? Because if they get points, it's going to be the
Yes,
highest scoring team
that's
in the
fine.
history of the NHL. Yeah. I'll be surprised if they have more than 3 guys with 50 points.
I'll be surprised if they have more than 2.
Okay, so now I just need a bold from the West.
Bold West prediction. You're all gung-ho Nashville. Just say Nashville wins
They're
cup.
going to win the cup. Do it.
No, I don't want to say that.
Just say Nashville wins cup.
Pecorine gets...
Say it.
Pecorine gets...
Sure.
Just say it.
Do
Pecorine
it.
gets 20 shutouts.
Do it. Sheila Booth. Do it. You know what?
Phillips Forsberg
You know what?
scores
Fine,
60.
fine. You want me to stay on the Nashville train? Pecorina's going to score a goal this year.
Oh.
Boom!
I
And you-
like that one.
And you know what? You know what? If Pecorino scores a goal, you know what? How about this is bold? If any of bold come true, that person owes the rest of them treats a pizza.
Why don't we just buy one for the podcast if one of them happens?
Let's just get over it and buy
What?
the pod.
Yeah.
Because we've only had one. It was Nicky Bukestad. 40 points, and
Here's
he did
the
it.
thing.
Nicky B, you did it.
With how much we just throw free marketing out there for companies, why don't you just sponsor us? We throw shit out there all the
DQ,
time.
we'll turn your cup upside down.
Yeah.
Have you read a dropout?
I want to see it.
No, but
Just
see, the thing
once.
is,
Hey,
it's like, they're
hey,
just going to
guys,
make another
guys.
one.
DQ, your slogan is something different. We are something different.
Yeah, there you go.
We are something different. This podcast
We're
is
definitely
different.
different.
Yeah.
I'm
And-
sure we're
and
super family friendly. You know what? I was reading on someone tweeted at us, or fan, who made our intro? Such a dick right now.
Nick
Nick.
from Connecticut.
I believe Nick or someone. No, maybe. I feel.
Wow, Cam.
I'm trying to remember. One of
Social
our
media
loyal
guy.
fans
Loyal fans.
tweeted at me
We're
or at
training
us, and they're like,
listeners.
"Oh, Cam, I'm really glad you're trying to hold back on the swearing." And I did it for like a half a podcast, and I'm like, "Fuck it all, fuck it, best dicks." But anyways,
You know what I thought of?
Dicks out for Harambe? I thought about
When you
that
mentioned fans, I forgot what my bold prediction was. The statistical god, Hampus Lindholm, gets 10 goals.
is that Hampus Lindholm was now known as statistical god? What were other nicknames we came up with for players? Well, Noodles for.
I didn't comment
best-
that. That was in the comments last
Yeah,
week. That's why.
no, but Yessi Puljujärvi. The comments this week were
Quick
just
question.
making fun of the
Did
ball.
he make the...
Yeah.
He made the team?
Yes.
Who does he play? Oh, Edmonton, that's right.
Yeah.
How did Dubois make it for
Yes. Columbus?
Columbus?
Sure
Pierre-Luc Dubois?
did.
Chuck made flames.
So the top five of the top 6 picks made their teams. Because Olli Olevi did not.
Yeah. Which, well, good.
There's going to be a lot of
They
youth.
don't want to
There's
keep
going to be a
him
lot of
in
youth in the league this
So
year.
let's just, before we wrap up, obviously, because this has been running long.
Yeah, just a little bit, but it's fine. It's a prediction.
It's prediction.
Yeah.
And it's the season preview.
Speaking of Alex Cage 14 on Twitter said,
Oh.
"You all on the list of Cage hashtag thrust." I'm gonna spell that hashtag THRLIST. Thanks, Alex.
There's only one list, and it's the list of Jared.
Yeah, we know it too.
Is that what he was trying to get at?
I
We're on the list?
I think we're on the list.
No.
How are we on the list?
There's only one list.
You're on the list. You know what? You know what? Xavier?
Foley got on the list twice yesterday.
Stephanie McMahon was on the list and
Yeah.
she got crossed out.
Yeah.
We're losers. That's what we found out. Anyways, go. Well,
I'm already on the list. You're on it again!
all right, we close it out.
And again!
Close
Nail
it out.
Yakupov was traded for a bag of pucks. Right or wrong? What do you think of that trade? Edmonton get what they wanted?
I'm not going to denounce that player that he
I
got
think the
traded
bag
for.
of pucks got
No,
got
I'm
their
not.
shit in the stick.
Zach
Yeah.
Puchiro and a conditional third
So the condition is 15 goals this season
by Yakupov.
Yakupov?
by Yakupov.
I could see him getting 20.
So that
What was he,
if that
Tarasenko?
condition
I don't
is
think he's
fulfilled,
going to hit that.
if that condition
Well,
is
maybe.
fulfilled, it becomes a second round pick. So really, St. Louis, nothing to lose here. They do it to try to make their team better. Did anyone inform him that Nail Yakupov is not David Backes?
All I want to say,
He knows that,
I'm
right?
really glad the Jets didn't trade Trouba for Yakupov. I would have been mad.
He would have traded.
I'd rather have Trouba sit and rot than for
Yeah.
Yakupov.
No, I agree with you. I want the best for Yakupov because I think he deserves it. But I was going through this, and I'll ask you this, Dan. I was going through the top 5 picks from the last 5 drafts with Cameron. Just off the top of your head, think of the last 5 drafts. Do you see anybody being traded for a third-round pick that's conditional second?
And
a
a C-level prospect that I know of.
Out of the top 5 this year?
No,
anyone in the
anyone.
last 5 years.
5 years.
So the 25 guys. The closest we came was Griffin Reinhart.
Griffin Reinhart would have been the closest.
Yakupov's he's the first round pick every few years. It's a bust.
Not every 2 years.
Every few years.
Oh, a few
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
That's
for sure.
the last one was Eric Johnson. For
That's
first
true.
overall pick, not that special.
But I think you get...
I'm
Eric
just-
Johnson at least was traded for Kevin Shattenkirk.
No, but see, then you
know.
think about the Eric
But-
Johnson draft. Pittsburgh,
anything
Jordan Stahl.
Yeah.
And then Chicago, Jonathan Tave.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, just think about this. If fucking Pittsburgh had all 3 of them, there must have been something where Gary Bettman was just like, no, you can't have all 3 of these guys. You can't have all
He's
3.
like, Mario, I'm sorry. You can't take him. He's like, I'm taking him. Gary's like, don't. That's all he said. Don't.
He's like, you get your cup in 09.
Mario's like, deal. Okay, I like. You get a new arena in 15. Oh, deal.
Yeah, it's called Phil Kessel's Stanley Cup champion.
PPG Paints Arena. Oh,
But
Are the Wings in moving into the new arena this year?
no, next year.
No, next
This is a farewell season of the Joe.
the Little Caesar Dome Arena brought to you by Pizzas.
Oh, an awful name.
Pizzas in Detroit.
I
Tigers.
still think Little Caesars should have something on there, like saying that they're Little Caesars, but it should be it could be the Gordie Howe Arena or Memorial Arena presented by Little Caesars.
I think their slogan for the team this year should be "We're hot and ready."
That's next year.
Holy shit.
Oh, next year.
We're old and ready. What?
That's good. I like
We're hot and ready?
We're hot and ready.
There you go.
You know what that
I think Arizona has a spot for taglines opening up, Dan.
Dan, just show my job.
Yeah.
Dang it. Yeah.
Because remember, guys, what are you wearing this Halloween?
Oh, I also think every time the Penguins score a PPG in PPG Paints Arena, some fans win a can of paint.
Oh, dude, that's a great promotion.
What did you
See,
win?
what I was thinking was a giant paint can comes swinging down and knocks the goalie out. Like human-sized paint just obliterates.
That's better.
Here's the thing, like,
Or every person gets a spray paint, and they get to spray paint the glass, and then they're, oh, fuck.
clearly painting in Pittsburgh is a good trade because there's enough money in it that you can buy a name on an arena.
For 20 years.
Think of all the
That's
other arenas.
$225 million.
Think of other arenas in the league. You've got the Nationwide Center, or Nationwide Arena, which is a fucking cell phone company, correct?
What's Nationwide? No, but which arena is that?
Isn't that Columbus? Yeah.
Yeah. Nationwide is on your side.
Yeah, oh, it's
Insurance.
Insurance, sorry. Then you got Verizon Wireless.
Yeah.
What's
Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo. That's an insurance company.
TD Bank, Coliseum. Or,
That's
Stadium.
Boston.
Yeah.
Then you got Little Caesars Pizza. There's still money in that.
Hey,
Where is
what's Nationals right now?
Bridgestone.
You know what it used to be?
Gaylord
Gaylord Arena.
It's goddamn right it is.
Then you got the MTS Center. You have two different Rogers. You have the Air Canada Center plane company. You have the Bell Center cell
You're
phone
getting
company.
it, man. That company's making bank.
Clearly, they're making bank. I want to be in this company and figure out what the fuck they're doing
What's the
to be
Oilers
so
arena
successful. Rogers Place.
Rogers Place.
And then
'cause-
Rogers Arena is Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rogers Center is...
Home of the Blue Jays.
Jays.
I still think the Scotiabank Saddle Dome. Saddle Dome is still the best name.
It looks like a saddle.
It does.
It does look
Yeah.
like a
Have
saddle,
you guys
except
ever
it's-
gone on tours there?
I've
You can go
been
to the
inside.
top. Like I was at the top on
I
one
forgot my
upper deck.
swim trunks.
Oh, you're a dick. You know what's funny about that? When I went for that tour, they actually pointed on the wall. They have markings, and I
Yeah.
laughed because I thought about when you made the joke the first time. And I started kind of giggling, and I turned to Buster, and he was like, "Why are you laughing?" And I'm like, "Because Dan told me to bring swim trunks here."
We're horrible people.
Forever. I have to.
But no, seriously, what the fuck is this painting
Wait,
company
what's
doing?
Buffalo's arena? Niagara First. That's
Niagara
a bank?
First. Yeah.
So,
Yep. Wow, we know too much about hockey. What's
What-
Texas? What's
Dallas?
Dallas.
American Airlines.
American Airlines. Fine.
Dude, we could go down the whole list. What's
We
Carolina?
could.
No, I don't think I know Carolina.
I don't know Carolina.
Raleigh.
BB&T.
God, what is that?
No, they're the RBC Center. Carolina's RBC Center.
BB&T is Florida.
Florida's BB&T.
And it used to be...
This is too much NHL.
What is Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay. Oh,
St. Pete time... Or no.
St. Pete Times Coliseum. No,
No,
they just changed it.
Amalie.
Wow.
Amalie Arena.
Yeah, Amalie Arena.
And
What
I
the
think
fuck is
that's- No,
Amalie?
I think it's insurance or some type of different company.
Could someone please get the IHOP restaurant?
I want to be part of this paint company's fucking board.
Payroll.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Because, like, you name
I want to
all-
be the guy who names the paints.
Here's the other thing. You take a look at this. You name every single company there. One of those, like, if you're on one of those companies, like, payrolls, if you're part of Rogers, you're part of MTS, you're happy to be on their payroll. They probably have good pensions. When has a paint company ever had a good pension? It's like, oh, all those years painting, we'll give you a good pension.
Gilbin.
Do you
Yeah.
think they paint the lines in the ice?
Probably. They probably did a lot of the designs for, like, the center ice design. Did you guys see what they did in the Winnipeg Arena? Or in the MTS Center this year?
Blue seats?
They not just
Upgraded the blue seats. Not comfy yet. They're not working.
upgraded
They're
to
very
blue
stiff.
seats, but they also have a certain arrow
Oh.
that's white in a corner that's pointed to true north.
What?
Yeah, I think it's section 330 and
ice or, like,
301.
in the
No,
court?
like in upper deck, there's a row of, like, you just see an arrow. If, like, you're there and
Like
you're
the
the only
seats are
person there,
white?
the seats are white in, like, the shape of an arrow. So, like, there are certain seats that are
literally
upholstered.
the seat. Okay, there we go.
There are certain seats that are upholstered half
What
white,
section
half
is that?
blue. I believe it's 330 and 301.
That's
And they're
cool.
they're pointed directly true north to, like, because the company that owns the Jets is True North Sports and
Oh, they
Entertainment.
also added a keyboard guy, organist.
Organ-
Organist.
Yeah.
But no, it's
I
pointed
also heard...
it's pointed at direct north.
I did not know that. I'm gonna look that.
I also heard
I'll look up
I also heard there's a section called Pavlik's Pawn Shop, and he's selling all his goalie equipment.
Oh yeah.
On that note, guys,
Jesus.
check us out on Twitter at LastManNPC. If you want to search us on YouTube or anywhere else you get your podcasts, look up the name Last Man In Podcast in your search bar, and you'll be able to find us. No problem there. Also, if you want to email the show, lastmanNPC@gmail.com will get you a hold of Cameron, and he'll probably be able to read that email in about 5 weeks.
I was just gonna say.
Guys, if I owned an arena, Buffalo Wild Wing Warzone. That's what I call it.
The Buffalo Wild
Wait.
Wing Warzone.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Oh,
when
before we
when
finish this-
you give everyone out right in the first row a gun filled with hot sauce, and they shoot it at the players right in the eyes when they score.
If you had a company that you name your arena after, what would you have?
Name my arena after? I have to do it right now.
company?
You
Yeah.
know. You go first.
I don't know. That's why I asked you first.
Okay, you got bumped. Oh, it has to be a company.
It has to be a current company.
McCormick.
What's McCormick?
Dinosaurs.
Oh, McCormick Dinos.
McCormick.
It's the prehistoric zone. Full of dinosaurs. The only
I
thing
was
you
gonna
sell
say
is
the Gummer
dinosaurs.
Zone, and then I'm like, wait, we can't have that.
7-Eleven Slurpee Arena.
7-Eleven Slurpee
Slurpee
Arena.
Arena.
The Slurp Zone.
The Slurp Zone.
The drink. I call it the drink.
The drink.
The drink.
There we go.
Mine could be the Chew.
And everyone just calls it Sev for short.
Sev.
Where is the concert tonight, Sev?
Trump Arena.
Oh,
God.
okay. Now, hey, easy.
Whoa.
Wait, what company does he own? He owns a company, doesn't
America.
he? Or Trump. America. Freedom. All right. Closing words. Get it in.
What would you
That's what
name
she
your
said.
arena?
Yeah, that's question of the week. What would you? What? It has to be a valid company. What would it be? Let us
And
know.
why?
And yeah, we need actually.
Slurpees, because, well.
I love dinosaurs. You love Slurpees. You love wings, and we all love all those things.
And then if we had to name an arena as a podcast, it'd be the Treats of Pizza Arena, sponsored by Dairy Queen. Just like our
the
podcast.
Treats Arena.
Treats Arena. Where not only pizzas are served.
Friendship is served.
That's our podcast.